said it, I'll say it plenty of more times. I said it, I'll say it plenty of more times.
This is a stunning video tonight out of Carroll County, and even more shocking, this is the second racist video that has sparked controversy for a high school student in that area. CBS 46's Tracy Bragg looked into it.
The mother of one of the black students the video was directed towards this week tells me this isn't the first time that racism has been an issue here at Bowden High School.
How about this? I said it, I'll say it plenty of more times. Say it every day of my life.
Made me very angry and mad.
It's happened again. A second racist video posted by a high school student in Carroll County goes viral.
I don't give a god who that offended.
That word shouldn't be used, period.
This mother asked me to hide her identity to protect the identity of her children. Her daughter goes to Bowden High School and is one of the students addressed in her classmates' Snapchat tirade.
I was very disappointed.
2 weeks ago, this disgusting TikTok video
Today we're making
was posted by two Carrollton High School students. Both students were expelled in less than 24 hours. The mother tells me while the two schools are separated by only a 15-minute drive, the way each district handles racial issues is very different.
Bowden High tends to allow this type of stuff to go on and sweep it up under the rug.
I reached out to school officials to learn how they plan to address the incident. They sent me a statement that reads in part, "The students' comments were not acceptable. Carroll County school system has high expectations for student conduct and works diligently to offer inclusive climates. Clearly, they refuse to address any possible punishment the student may or may not receive."
More kids gonna think, oh, it's okay to say that word.
The mother tells me she's worried the incident will lead to violence if the school district refuses to punish the student correctly.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm B. Cray, and welcome. If you like what you see so far, make sure you click the subscribe bell and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more good stuff coming up. Today I want to talk about the video that you just saw, but before I do that, I want to say hopefully everyone is still maintaining during this whole quarantine or shelter in place thing that they have going on. Remember to continue to think positive, continue to think positive, continue to keep pushing positive vibes out in the world, and you know, positive vibes will come back to you. Continue to wear your mask and practice social distancing, right? If you are in these states that is reopening back up again, I encourage you to please be safe. If you don't gotta go out, please don't go out. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you need to do at home, and let's continue to flatten this curve for this virus. Continue to flatten this, so we can all get back to our everyday life. You know, even though everyday life would never be the same, but at least we can get back to something of somewhat, as we call, standard way of living, or our regular way of living, whatever that is for you. But let's talk about this video. So when I first saw this video, I grew anger behind it. I grew anger and I was upset behind it, because we are still in the year of 2020 and we're still talking about this same topic of discussion. We're still talking about racism. We're still talking about people using the N-word. And I feel like we have gotten nowhere as a nation. We have gotten nowhere as a country, because people are quick to use freedom of speech however they feel like it and say what they want to say. And I agree with it. They have freedom of speech. They can say what they want to say, but it becomes an issue when your freedom of speech is degrading to a particular race, gender, or individual. Using the N-word to me is the most worst thing you can do to somebody that's African American or that's black. These students feel like they can use word however they feel like it, and they will get no consequence for it. To me, the only consequence the school gives to them is an expulsion. My definition of expulsion is that the student is expelled for up to a year and they can come back to school the next following year. To me, that's not teaching the student anything. To me, that's teaching the student is that, okay, you won't graduate at 18, you graduate at 19, then you go off to college. And I don't even think that record even follows you anyway. Let me know if that record follows you or not, because I don't know. I've never been expelled before, so I don't know. But let me know in the comments. But to me, you didn't teach the student anything. Only thing you taught the student is that I can say a bad word, that I can get expelled, and that's it. And that's the only consequence that I get from it. To me, if a student does that and they get in trouble, expulsion should be number one. Expulsion should be number one. But they should also get community service. Community service that fits the crime. The crime is racism. So you should get community service to deal with how to combat and stop racism. To me, that's teaching. You would do that for a year until you return back to school. You ain't just sit at home and do nothing. That's what they're gonna do anyway. They're gonna sit at home, fester in how bad that the world is treating them because they said the N-word, and then in their mind they have a freedom of speech to say what they want to say and do what they want to do. So they're gonna fester in it and get more upset and become even more racist because we're not teaching them anything. And then their parents who taught them this racist trait is gonna continue to push hatred and bigotry and racism into their mind. Once again, you're not born racist. You are taught how to become racist. You are taught how to become racist because nobody on this earth is born racist. When you are born, you don't know anything. Your mind is being molded day by day. The things you do, the things you hear, senses, the senses you have, and what you are taught. Your mind is like an open vessel, and we're teaching this so much stuff to these kids. And the parents are doing the exact same thing. They're teaching racism to these kids. And these kids are taking that and they're continuing with it because they know the only consequence they're going to get is expulsion from school. As a parent, how do you live with yourself knowing that you're not making the world better, you're only making it worse? These 18, 19, 17, 16-year-olds, they're our future. They are our future senators. They're our future presidents. They're our future teachers. They're our future congressmen. That's who they are. And if we're not teaching them consequences, then the world is not going to get better. It's going to be the same thing over and over and over again. Because the problem is, them same kids are going to work with the opposite race regardless anyway. They're going to work with them regardless. And the only way for them to get punished for what they do is that they receive some kind of consequence to go along with it. Let me know down in the comments your opinion on it. Like I said, I think this is the most stupidest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And I think these kids should get more than just expulsion. Let me know if you was the principal or you was the school board. Let me know what you would do. Put it down in the comments. Like I said, they would get some kind of community service, something along those lines whatsoever. Something to teach them a lesson. Something that as they sit at home for their school year, they're learning more than just sitting at home. But let me know down in the comments. Hey, people, continue to be safe. I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.